Good morning, I'm Jeffrey Hicks, and I'm here to speak with you about the importance, or rather the need, of working with your advisor when you come to college, whether it be a community college or a university. Now, you're probably transitioning, I would rather imagine, from high school to college, okay? And are you going to notice a little bit of a change? Yes, you are. And the change that you are going to most notably notice is as follows, is that you now have a choice, okay? For example, when you were in high school, you had what was called a prescribed curriculum, and you had a person that told you, you need to know this, and this is what you need to know. However, when you come to college, you're going to hear phrases such as you are going to become a critical thinker, okay? And what do we mean by critical thought? That means that you will know the facts, but you will be able to apply those facts to any situation. Also, too, you now have a choice in your learning. Now, what do I mean by you have a choice in your learning? Well, when you come into college and you can set your classes up however you need them to be. We have different formats. We have in class, which means you will appear in class. We also have online learning, okay, which works really well for that independent or that critical thinker, because basically you're learning on your own, but you do have instructor interaction there. Now, one thing I always do, and we do this when we're in person with the students, is that I have worked with them in the classroom. They've actually come on campus, and I will ask the following question. And I'll say, what attributes, or I will get a strange look on that word, or rather, what characteristics do you think that a college student has? And of course, I get many, many responses on this, okay? And of course, what I tell the students, and it kind of shocks them, they've never heard this for the first time. I said, okay, that's one way of looking at it, because what is it? There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. And not giving you any history on me, because first and foremost, I'm a counselor and we don't talk about life experience. But I remember when I adjuncted from Morehead State, I walked into a class and I asked them, I said, what do you want to learn? And they were in total shock, because they had no idea that they had a choice in that matter. Now, you noticed that I mentioned that a college student has certain characteristics, certain attributes, but I'm going to go a step further, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to be working with an advisor, okay? Now, your advisor too also has to have certain characteristics or attributes. And when you work with your advisor in college, what should they be? Well, I'll say what should they be, or really they need to be, is that as follows. They need to be engaging, they need to be encouraging, and they need to be innovative. And I will go into a little detail on that. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. But when we're going in to talk to a person, we maybe have not given any thought as to what it is that we want to be in life. That is, what do we want a college degree to do for us? And of course, I think everybody ultimately thinks this is going to be your career, and that's what we're looking at. Now, starting at a community college, you can do one of two things. You can do a terminal degree, which means you're ready to go into the marketplace after 2 years, or you can also do a transfer degree. Not to bore you with a lot of details, but the college was engaged in a study which was called Project Pathfinder, and we come to find out after 2 years of students being engaged in that, students who choose their career early in their college life finish timely, okay, within the 2 to 4 year range, because they're on track. That's what we mean with working with your advisor. They need to be engaging. When you go in to see your advisor, this is what the type of conversations that you need to have with them. Okay, you need to have an idea of what it is that you want to do. Now, I don't mean for this to concern you deeply, because a lot of times I will tell students, always have your career chosen by your second semester. Now, why is that important? Well, because in college you have what's called a curriculum, and you have to meet the curriculum in order to get your degree, and then your degree leads to your career plan. What you will find is that once you have started, that learning is what I don't call it lifelong learning. And I use a word here I call learning is contagious, because once you start, you don't stop. You start with the community college, there's the AA degree. Then you go to your bachelor's degree. Then you go, okay, my career I will be better paid in my career, and I will advance if I get my master's degree. Then you find out, okay, maybe I want to teach college, so you go for your doctorate degree. So that's what I mean. Your degree, when you go in with that plan, will lead you anywhere that you want to go. Here at the college, of course, as I said, when we say you are engaging with your advisor, Your advisor, when you tell them what that career plan is, whether you're transferring or whatever, we develop a plan for you. So say if you're going to want to transfer to a four-year university, want to do an education degree, then we are liable to you to make sure we have that plan to say, here's your prerequisites, here are your general education courses. The reason we have that liability to you, we want when you leave here and you say transfer to Moorhead or UK, when you step on that campus, we want you to do the following: be ready to start as a junior standing. One reason I bring that up is that when you're attending college, as I said, your financial resources can be limited now. And of course, I'm not going to steal any thunder from Kathy Hurd-Crank. She's going to talk to you about financial aid. But this is why it's important to work with that advisor to make sure you're in the right classes, to make sure financial aid applies, and to make sure that also, too, when you get your degree, you're minimally in debt. Now, why do I say that an advisor needs to be encouraging? Okay, I think I'm coming from a counseling standpoint because first and foremost, I am a counselor, but I'm also a career advisor as well. And the two work hand in hand very, very well. But, as I said, when you go in to see your advisor, develop that bond with them, okay? Because maybe you have decided to get into a degree plan, but maybe you want to do more exploration. Your advisor can help you do that exploration, okay? And what happens is that we have career software available in college, and the reason we use career software is that students now, and I'm assuming your age group, you can look at me and tell I'm from the pencil paper Scantron set, but we're looking at interactive software, which you can sit down and work with like Career Coach. Now, what I want to impress upon you in working with an advisor, Career Coach does not answer the questions, but it invokes a thought process when you'd say, I haven't looked at perhaps doing this degree, but now that I see that I have the attributes and the characteristics and the tendencies that would lead me towards that, I could maybe go back and look at that. And that, of course, helps you make a decision. Doesn't make the decision for you, okay? But, as I said, it helps you in that process. What do I mean now when I said that a counselor, especially an academic counselor or career counselor, either one, however you want to use this, okay, has to be innovative. We have to keep up with the latest trends and everything. Like, for example, when we look at our 8 public universities, if you get an AA or AS degree from Big Sandy Community and Technical College, you are guaranteed to transfer, all your credits will transfer to one of the 8 public universities. 8 public universities, just to give you an example, would be Moorhead or the University of Kentucky. We have to be innovative in that we have to keep up with their requirements for your bachelor's degree as well as your 2-year associate degree. One thing that I want to leave you with is that, and I know, maybe I've heard this somewhere, I read it in a counseling book of phrases, okay? But what you're going to find out when you start the community college and you get that first degree, here's what I want you to think about. I want you to have pride in how far you've come, but I want you to have faith in how far you can go. Thank you.